Guys, we got another disturbing TikTok video coming right at you. All types of crazy theories, scary discoveries that'll definitely make you rethink your entire reality. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. You know what time it is. Hyper mode, activate!
We found Jet Ski Chuck. Fire everything. He must be stopped. And keep your head on a straight swivel.
The Chronovisor is said to be a device that gives the user the ability to see through time. Though the existence of the Chronovisor has never been proven, a 2002 book by Vatican priest, Father Francois Brune, says otherwise. According to Brune, the Chronovisor was developed by Father Pellegrino Ernetti, a Benedictine monk. Ernetti allegedly kept the device secret until the early 1960s, when he confided in Brune and told him that 12 scientists, including famed physicist Enrico Fermi and former Nazi scientist Wernher von Braun, helped him to build it. Made of cathode rays, antennae, and metals that received sound and light signals on all wavelengths, the Chronovisor purportedly allowed the team of scientists to document events of the past, including the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. The machine, therefore, could validate the teachings of the Bible simply by providing a first-hand look into the past. Brune explains how he met Father Ernetti on a boat ride across Venice's Grand Canal in the early 1960s. Like Brune, Ernetti was well versed in the history of ancient languages, which made for natural conversation. But soon, Ernetti directed their chat towards science. Brune had been expounding on the many ways in which the Christian Bible could be interpreted when Ernetti suggested that he had access to the truth via a time-traveling device. Ernetti claimed that he and a group of renowned scientists came together in a mutual quest to uncover the past. One scientist was Fermi, who won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1938, and another was the ex-Nazi von Braun, whose work at NASA got America to the moon. According to Ernetti, the device had several antennae, 3 of which were made of mysterious metals that picked up sound and light waves across their entire respective spectrums. A direction finder on the device was allegedly tuned into the specific era one wanted to view, while a screen displayed it and a recording device captured the footage. The Chronovisor was thus more of a window into the past than a time machine. Ernetti said it worked like a television, catching echoes from days long gone that had been floating in space. And he claimed to have seen some astonishing things. Ernetti recounted how he witnessed Marcus Tullius Cicero's speech to the Roman Senate in 63 BC. His gestures, his intonation, Ernetti effused. How powerful they were. What flights of oratory. Ernetti made additional, increasingly bolder claims, such as having observed the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. From the founding of the Roman Empire to the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Ernetti alleged that he and his team had taken a peek into some of the most important events in the Bible. Ernetti maintained until his death in 1994 that the machine had been hidden away by the Vatican in order to safeguard it from falling into the wrong hands. Interestingly, the Vatican decreed in 1988 that anyone using an instrument of such characteristics would be excommunicated. Shortly before he died, Ernetti wrote an open letter adamantly reiterating that the device was real. He claimed that Pope Pius XIV forbade us to disclose any details about this device because the machine was very dangerous. It can restrain the freedom of man. Some say that Father Pellegrino Ernetti confessed to having fabricated the whole story before his death on April 8, 1994, but this remains hotly contested. With von Braun, Fermi, Ernetti, and Brune now dead, only the intriguing mystery remains. The Chronovisor is said to be a device that...
A Chronovisor? Man, that was a good story, wasn't it? you guys heard about the Chronovisor before? Drop in the comments below. What was that bell? Man, I can't think of it right now. But there was a bell that they were working on. It was a that they said that can go back in time. I forgot what the name it was. See if I can find it. I can hear you guys yawning at me as I'm making this video. It's this, Chuck. It's the, y'all know. It's, give me a second, man. I don't know what the name is right now. Glocke. There it is. Hit me right in the head. Glocke. We got the Chronovisor and we got the Glocke. I guarantee you they hide them in the Vatican, man. We need those. We really don't, man, you know. But I'm sure some people will. Like in the book of John, it says, you know, some people needed to see the actual hole in his hand, you know. And it said, because you seen the hole in my hand, everyone who didn't see the hole in my hand, they will be blessed, you know. So we don't honestly need to see the hole in his hand to believe. But some people need that. I get it. But that, what I was looking for was called the Glocke. But that was a good one. I like that. The Chronovisor. They need to make a movie on that. How good of a movie would that be? The Chronovisor. We're going to jump into this Glocke.
Why do some people think that World War II Germany had super advanced tech? Well, in the grand scheme of things, they did. But there's this conspiracy that I'm not saying is true about a more mystical technology that they had called Die Glocke. Which Die Glocke was this giant bell that some claim existed that was basically anti-gravity technology. It was said to be about 12 feet tall, be highly radioactive and produce a glowing blue light, and basically be like a Taco Bell flying saucer. And allegedly they had to build this concrete ring called the hinge, which really assembled Stonehenge for some reason, in order to tether it for tests. But at the end of the war, a German officer called Hans Kammler traded this tech to the US military in exchange for his freedom, which German World War II people trading knowledge to the US for freedom was definitely something real that actually happened. Look up Operation Paperclip. But this whole bell thing is claimed to be a hoax by mainstream reviewers, so tell me what you think in the comments and follow for more. Why do some people think that World War II Germany had super advanced tech? Well, in the grand scheme of things, they did, but there's
Operation Paperclip. What the hell?
The US for freedom was definitely something real that actually happened. Look up Operation Paperclip. To the US military in order to tether it for tests. But at the end of the war, a German officer called Hans Kammler traded this tech to the US military in exchange for his freedom, which German World War II people trading knowledge to the US for freedom was definitely something real that actually happened. Look up Operation Paperclip. But
don't mind if I do. Let's type in Operation Paperclip. This rabbit hole is getting juicy, isn't it?
Fucking pretty rare. Yeah, so Operation Paperclip was not even publicly acknowledged until, what was it, like the 90s? Like when did it become public? I think it was through the Freedom of Information Act, was it?
It was this very intrepid journalist named Linda Hunt who...
Shout out to Linda.
Yeah. I mean, she broke the story. That's what's amazing. I mean, as a journalist, you're always writing on the shoulders of those before you, right? And she had it really hard because she did a Freedom of Information Act request, got all these documents that no one had ever seen. And then the government sent her a bill for $125,000. And she had to spend a lot of time. This is what I understand. I never interviewed her, but for Xeroxing fees.
What?
Yeah. I just love that detail because it's such a covert way of getting someone to stop. It's like, okay, here's the information we had to give it to you, but now here's your bill. Imagine if the government's coming down on you for $125,000.
Yeah, see, that would make me want to call a bunch of rich people and go, hey, let's all just donate $1,000.
For entertainment purposes only, don't come for me.
This lady.
And it's a different world now. You could do that. You could do a GoFundMe campaign, you know.
100%.
But my God, in the 80s and the 90s, you were
Right.
just like out on a limb.
Yeah, they would crush you financially.
Right?
We actually had this very same discussion yesterday with my friend Phil Demers, who's being sued by Marineland. And because of, he was a walrus trainer and trained orcas.
A part of the negotiations that were occurring between the Antarctic Germans and the Cabal, essentially the Cabal were given the list of requirements. It established them as a sovereign country. It established embassies in every country around the world. Another thing that was required was that there would be between 1 and 5 senior executives from the Antarctic German civilization that would be put into position of senior executives for every corporation around the world that was aerospace, automobile, petrochem, basically every major and main industry on the planet now had between 1 and 5 senior executives that were Mars Germans.
And I would guess that Operation Paperclip is a result of this treaty?
Operation Paperclip was the first stage of it.
And what is Operation Paperclip?
Operation Paperclip involved integrating German scientists and technicians and engineers into corporations of the Western world, getting them passports and setting them up with homes and jobs and basically paving the way, opening the doors and laying out the red carpet.
It was in basically the United States.
Yes.
And the Germans had targeted the United States for its resources.
That's right. They knew that the manufacturing and resource abilities of the United States were vastly larger than any other country at the time.
So it would be logical to infiltrate, take over, and then use all of those corporations to enhance your power.
That's right. The late 40s were the same time period that the Mars Germans started planning for and building their bases on the moon as well as Mars. And it was during the late 40s period that the Germans, when they went to the moon, discovered a couple of things. They found out, number one, that the moon is an artificial satellite construct. It was not originally part of the Earth. It was brought there from somewhere else as an escape ship, and that it is built out inside, and most of the real estate is already spoken for. Part of the negotiations that were occurring between.
Now it all makes sense why Operation Paperclip. Scientists, engineers, and technicians came to North America because they found a lot of things in North America or had a lot of stuff in storage where they needed these people to reverse engineer things they found in North America, which is our history, our ancestors. It's about to blow your mind. Let's continue. Now, this is a Mayan statue, QR code, right? So, you have a receipt. This is on your receipt right now that they found in North America. See, when they be digging in these Indian mounds, this is what they be finding, and then they take that, put it in the museum, right? Stuff that already been invented already, and we wrote our history. Everything already been invented already. They just wrap it up and repatent it and do all this to make it seem like it's brand new. VR headsets, too old, right? You see it, it's in the Egyptian museum, right? Been old. Right? As you can see, it's in the museum, right? The Egypt museum, right? They took our whole history and erased it. Look above my head. That's a phone. That's a phone. A tablet. They stole our whole history and hid our whole history. Now, is it starting to make sense now? Is it starting to make sense? We invented everything. And then these people's got a nerve to hate us. You hate us so much that you hid our history because we are the biggest history secret on the whole planet. And look, vetted airships You see this? We invented airships, right? But I say that to say this, right? We figured out and we learned why they don't want us in robotics. Because we will beat everybody, so they got to keep us dumb and, give it to the Chinese and give it to the Jews and give it to this and give it to that and let them have a future while keeping us down. That is pure hate. And our civil rights leaders, church leaders are down with the Masonic people. They know who we are and they will not say nothing. But they hoop and holler and go to church and rather wear these white gloves and let's be in a secret society. How you gonna hold a secret about you? Does it make sense? You gonna hold a secret about you? Damn shame. But this is why Operation Paperclip, they ran that behind to North America because they digging all these Indian mouths and had to reverse engineer things.
Wait, as in illegal or?
Lana, everything the CIA does within the borders of the United States is illegal, especially Project MK Ultra.
Wait, MK Ultra? That was the CIA's mind control program, right?
Yeah, it's since been discredited. But
Discredited for being batshit crazy.
It wasn't.
And for being in direct violation of the Nuremberg Code, which was written because of medical experiments by Nazi war criminals, many of whom, after World War II, spoiler alert, came to work for the CIA goddamn A.
Wait, what?
Look, the Soviets were kicking our ass in the Cold War. Our scientists had to think outside the box.
Oh, is that the box where they kept informed consent? Because I'm pretty sure that all those mental patients the CIA force-fed LSD didn't give it.
Wait, what?
Mental patients, Lana. They gave them LSD every day for 6 months.
Not 6 months. The longest one was only 174 days.
That is 6 months.
Oh, and what about Project Artichoke before Ultra, where you bags got innocent people addicted to morphine?
Look, all that crazy drug stuff was intentionally, secretly leaked to divert attention from the real goal of Project MK Ultra, which was mind control through hypnosis and torture.
Is that supposed to make it better?
It's not supposed to make it anything. Take a ride on Sunset.
They throwing the truth in these shows. I never watched that show. It just seemed a little corny to me. But there's definitely, I could see that they were trying to throw some stuff at you.
Technology has been called hidden for more than 80 years, and today the United States has been denying its existence, because once this technology is really popular, it can give rise to another technological revolution of mankind, and even it has the danger of changing the world landscape. It is anti-gravity technology, and the traces found today show that it has always existed. In 2002, the British inventor Marcus invented an anti-gravity device when the input current 4.1 kilowatts, the weight of 160 kilograms device, can carry 2,040 kilograms and achieve levitation. In 2012, Bulgarian scientists designed a large number of anti-gravity devices based on Nikolav's principle, and what is incredible is that these devices also generally appear to be dislocated in spacetime. In 2016, Russian folk enthusiast Alexei also made an anti-gravity levitation device with rotating parts based on Grabenikov's principle using Tesla coils with ultrasound, and published the video of successful levitation on foreign websites. In 2018, according to reports, the United States gradually learned that the world was deciphering and discovering anti-gravity phenomena, so it publicly applied for the protection of 6 patents worldwide, and Google has a website dedicated to searching for patents, which will appear if you search for this series of numbers. The name of the patent is called High-Frequency Gravitational Wave Generation Device, which includes 3 systems: the inner copositive cavity, the outer copositive cavity, and the microwave transmitter. The text even emphasizes that the vehicle can travel at the speed of light underwater, in the atmosphere and in space, and its patent unit is the U.S. Navy. So does anti-gravity flight really exist? Or has it just been kept hidden?
Damn, that's fascinating. It can go light speed underwater? Alright. So now we in MK Ultra land. Let's see what, for those that don't know what MK Ultra is, let's see what we can dig up. I wanted to get into Glocke more, but it just, this rabbit hole is never ending. Operation Paperclip, they just talking about MK Ultra, that's how it got discovered. They were working on something called a Glocke, and what was the first one? What was it? The Chronovisor. There it is. Man.
2. Nazi German scientists developed an anti-gravity flying vehicle, codenamed Die Glocke. When tested, it tore a hole in space-time and disappeared, until...
Australian authorities are investigating a mysterious object that washed up on a beach 155 miles north of Perth Sunday. The cylindrical object is about the size of a small car. It appears to be made of metal and woven material.
Did it really wash up on shore? I wonder where it's at now.
During World War II, Nazi German scientists
Die Glocke, the Nazi bell, was rumored top secret device which allowed the Nazi to travel beyond Earth. Okay. Other people think it was a time machine. No one knows what its purpose really was. At the end of World War II, the bell and the developers mysteriously disappeared.
Project so advanced, so mysterious, that it has fascinated historians, conspiracy theorists, and sci-fi fans for decades. Welcome to the world of Die Glocke, the legendary bell that has captured imaginations across the globe. Die Glocke, or the bell, is said to have been a German secret weapon, a technological marvel like no other. Picture this, a bell-shaped device, standing about 12 to 15 feet tall, surrounded by rumors of anti-gravity technology, time manipulation, and energy fields straight out of science fiction. While no physical proof of Die Glocke has ever been found, the legend continues to inspire books, documentaries, and debates. It's a story that perfectly blends the thrill of history with the excitement of the unknown. A tantalizing what if that keeps us all wondering. And that's the magic of Die Glocke.
They got footage of the Die Glocke? That footage looked real.
Was the Die Glocke, or the bell,
Somebody's working on some type of anti-gravity machine. What is that? The head is pivoting. Whatever this is, you can see the head pivot. Like it's got its own little anti-gravity by the looks of it, and the head is shifting when they switch filters. I've been trying to tell y'all, man, we cannot switch filters enough on these real footages, man. It exposes so much. This is the Die Glocke.
Catacombs, high-ranking Catholic members covertly summoned evil. In the shadows of the Vatican catacombs, high-ranking Catholic members covertly summoned evil forces, risking their souls and the sanctity of their faith in the depths of the 1800s.
Man, where's the holy water squirt gun when you need one? You got this thing yelling next to you? That would be crazy. I would straight reverse, turn to the left a little bit. No. Hey, and floor it. Alright, let's dive into a little bit of this MK Ultra.
Appreciate how this could be done. You need to appreciate something called trauma-based mind control. During the last war in the concentration camps of Germany, they started to perfect the manipulation of a natural mechanism in the mind that shuts out trauma. If you could systematically traumatize someone and start with children, particularly before the age of 5 and 6, you could turn their minds into a honeycomb of self-contained compartments, none of which was aware of the other's existence.
They start with wanting to make me an obedient slave at first, and so they do a lot of sensory deprivation, they do a lot of sensory overload, and they switch between the two, and they do out and out torture. They take a small child and they electroshock. In my case, it was electroshock to the brain.
Appreciate how this could be done. You need to appreciate something called trauma-based mind.
So like some of the victims that they were doing it to would, after they would have these long crazy sessions of manipulation and torture, basically, when they would come to the next point, they were able, like I'm sure people have seen in the movies where people walk up, you see like the secret agent movies, and you see the person go, you know, someone just randomly shows up to the main character wearing a trench coat and sunglasses and is like, the sky is blue and the chair sits still. And it's like the activation code to make you lose your, like, you know, to make you go away and the other you come out.
Kind of reminds me of Winter Soldier when he had to repeat all those things to activate them. Damn.
So like some of the...
How could I not see that? Winter Soldier was straight MK Ultra from the Germans. They tried to tell us, man. How could I not see it before? Bucky, he was a victim of MK Ultra. Damn. How many of you guys watched Captain America Winter Soldier? Bucky? What they had to say? Summer, winter? I forgot the sequence they had, but as soon as they hit that sequence, he went crazy. Man, that was MK Ultra. That is wild. Drop in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Winter Soldier, Bucky, MK Ultra. They made him turn into straight MK Ultra. That is wild. How could I not see that?
The world's most deadly assassin.
Great MK Ultra, man. Unbelievable.
You know, if did they create some type of frequency and vibration, which...
Yeah. There's a famous Sumerian cylinder scroll. I'm going to send you a copy of this image.
You see an Anunnaki god, you call him a god with a lowercase g. He's sitting on this box. This box has a symbol for magnetism on it, okay? And this ancient Sumerian tablet. And then, so he's sitting here with this box. There's this tripod thing up in the air, and it's got this disc. Underneath the disc is a gigantic stone table, and there's human beings. You can tell they're human because their height compared to this guy, they're tiny. And a human is picking it up with one hand. That disc is a cymatic frequency. You can perfectly match. I found the exact frequency, and I have a video on that frequency, which creates that exact same cymatic pattern. And so that cymatic pattern and magnetism in some way reduce the weight of that gigantic stone table, allowing an average normal human being to pick it up with one hand. I'm gonna send you this image. Pretty interesting stuff. So when you now say, well, how do they do all this? Cymatic frequencies and magnetism, electromagnetism and cymatic frequencies, in some way together, they combine those two things to reduce the weight. They didn't make them completely weightless, but they significantly reduced the weight of a lot of the stones. The second thing is, Thoth gives away something else in the Emerald Tablets. He utilizes cymatic frequencies and photons to manifest solid matter. Now that sounds crazy in ancient tablets, but guess what happened 2 years ago in a laboratory in the world we live in right now? Scientists got together and they combined cymatic frequencies and photons, and for the first time ever created solid matter. That's in physics.org.
I would love to see that. But again, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them.
Did you know if you type in P. Diddy's address, he owes 1-star and 2-star Island Drive. If you punch that into Google Maps, you'll see it's in relative, extremely close proximity to a massive shipping yard with lots of shipping containers. He's almost the closest house you can get to it. And if you go to Street View, that's his house right over there on the top, and then you turn around, the shipping yard's right there.
He can do it. He ain't scared.
My butt.
Watch that back, man. Whoa. Man.
He can do it.
He ain't scared.
My butt.
Watch that back, man. Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
If you're a dinosaur fan, hear me out. This is a T-Rex. And these are the stupid little T-Rex arms. It never made sense to me. Like, what's the point of those little teeny arms? So I looked up the skeleton to see what it would look like, and I was like, oh, look it, there they are. The little cute arms, adorable. But then I looked again, and I realized something, and I'm about to blow your mind. This is the skeleton of an ostrich. Want to see another? Oh, there you go. The T-Rex did not have arms. It had wings. I think I just made history. It's a dragon.
Damn, it was a dragon, T-Rexes? So you telling me Sue in Chicago is actually a dragon and they snatched off the wings? Oh my God.
They want us to not believe in God, our creator, because the deep state are the literal hybrid descendants of demons. For most of human history, mankind of every religious background believed the world was flat. Only recently did a few occultists trust the science type. Scientists convince us with tons of fake news and fake science, which is more government funded than the news, that the world was a cannonball covered in water shooting through something called space. So I began by asking this: why should we trust you over God in our own eyes? Biblical Earth is the truth of our world. Not only is it flat, it's also fixed. It's not moving or spinning or wobbling in 3 different ways or shooting through anything. I stand witness as a former devout, lifelong anti-God, anti-theist atheist who never lost a single debate with any theist in my life, that as someone who tested biblical Earth, I converted to scientific fundamentalist Jesus freak instantly upon testing of various holy texts, and only the Bible has 100% accurate synchronized prophecies in fine detail by the hundreds or thousands of years apart every single time. I stand corrected and humbled eternally, having thought myself wise before, and in my time I have woken up tens of thousands of others to Christ and to biblical Earth using the scientific method, and to prove biblical Earth precisely as God told us. I witness there is no more powerful tool in a modern Bible scholar's toolkit than biblical flat Earth and the seed war to wake people up to the truth of God. I thought biblical flat Earth was a fake waste of time, but without understanding the deeper esoteric and suppressed biblical historical truths, we cannot even understand the deep state's agenda, motive, or weaknesses. It's bigger than lives. It's about souls. Until you realize the biblical suppressed history, you won't even know who your enemy is. The same enemy that brought us evolution, globe earth, space, heliocentrism. They want us to not believe in God, our creator.
Bro said he was a full-blown atheist, but he started putting the pieces together. He said, hold on, something ain't adding up.
You don't need food, you need charging. There are many different ways you can charge the body, like grounding or standing next to trees. You are a biological battery. When you feel hungry, this is not hunger. It's your body getting rid of waste from the colon. It's important that you fast. After 48 hours of fasting, your body starts to produce stem cells to regenerate itself. Your body will start to eat itself and kill all the bad cells. The human body is an electromagnetic technological machine. Every cell in your body conducts electricity. You need electrical food that's grown under the electric sun because you are an electrical battery. The sun's electric power is crystallized within the food. You are a light being, a hue meaning light and a man meaning manifested. You are light manifested. This is real food. You need electric food to charge your electric body. You don't need dead flesh. This is why you get charged in a court, because you're an electric battery. And when you get charged, you sit in a cell, a battery cell. This field shows sickness before your physical body is actually sick. The strength of your field has a correlation with your health. Thoughts are electric, emotions are magnetic. You need positive thoughts and emotions to strengthen this field. If you want to learn more, this book will tell you everything. You don't need food.
He said fast. That reminds me, I forget which book it was. Came to the Messiah. And they said, how come we couldn't cast this demon out? It was a boy. Okay, there it is. The boy was throwing himself left and right, you know, jumping into the flames. And they was like, what's wrong with him? You know, we tried to cast this demon out, but we couldn't. He said, this level, this type of demon can only be casted out with prayer and fasting alone. Drop in the comments if you know what I'm talking about.
I'm going to show you a video. Did this person order the sun?
Yeah.
Look at that.
You know what's interesting is that last week when I was showing about the drone and the thermite, that's what somebody said in the comment. That's how the Hawaii...
Well, there's a guy and he made a solar ray.
I used the solar death ray to melt a rock, but I wanted to see if I could melt the whole side of it. I used a piece of wood to locate the sweet spot where it instantly combusted. I disengaged the ray, put the rock in there, and then re-engaged it. The intense light turned the rock into lava within seconds.
Look at that.
Wherever I aimed the hot spot, that's where the rock would melt. As I moved the light from place to place, the rock would glow and then melt in the new spot. It was as if the solar death ray was acting like a laser as it turned the whole
death
face
ray.
of the rock
Sounds like
into
something as a
obsidian.
villain on SpongeBob.
If he can do this, think of how easy it would be for the satellite, focus it just right, and you have what we literally just experienced with our own eyes.
Now we've become the ants underneath the microscope.
That is definitely disturbing and scary. Imagine some type of aircraft that was able to beam that stuff down. Jeez.
Colonizers don't just take land. They take our language, they take our culture, they take our identity. The words you use, the words you hear, regulate your thinking. And that's what they were after, regulating your thinking, changing your thoughts, changing your mentality, and the way that you articulate the world to yourself. This is not just about words, it's about thoughts, it's about thinking. Colonizers don't just take land.
That's deep.
Everything you knew about Atlantis is wrong. Atlantis was not a lost continent that existed once upon a time, but it was a city able to fly. Ancient texts and legends have suggested that it was able to hover above the earth, and the Atlanteans were said to have harnessed a mysterious energy source, far beyond our current understanding, that powered their entire civilization. At the heart of Atlantis was a great crystal, also known as the Firestone. This crystal was believed to be a gift from the Anunnaki, enabling the Atlanteans to manipulate gravity and energy. The Firestone could focus cosmic rays and channel them into energy, allowing the city to float. Here is where it gets even crazier. Evidence of this technology isn't just found in Atlantis. Similar crystals have been found in ancient ruins across the globe, from the pyramids of Egypt to the temples in South America. These crystals were often placed in precise alignments with celestial bodies, suggesting a network of energy grids that spanned the ancient world. But this is where it turns dark. The misuse of this powerful technology led to Atlantis' downfall. An energy overload caused a catastrophic event, plunging the city into the ocean. Unusual underwater formations and advanced structures off the coast of the Bahamas fit the description in Plato's writings. This rewrites history as we know it.
That's an interesting theory, but there's only one loophole. There's only one major problem, is that some people will put a strong argument that gravity is a fairy tale.
Per momento nadie ha comprobado la curvatura de la Tierra.
Abre los ojos.
Did you guys see Venus? That's probably the most realist image of Venus we probably ever gonna see.
The average person who goes to school has no idea why humanity exists. He has no idea concerning a spiritual factor in material existence. He has no general comprehension of the rules of life as these differ from the rules of social and political structures. He does not know where he came from. He does not know why he is here, and he has no idea where he's going. And on this compound ignorance, we offer degrees and make brilliant scholars out of people who have never answered any of those questions. It is one of these amazing things that we have created a great hierarchy of well-lettered ignorance. We have made everything subservient not to wisdom, but to the passing advantages of the hour. We're in exactly this position politically today.
That was amazing. Let's see if we can dive into levitation a little bit more. I don't even know how to begin. That is fascinating. Let's see if we can find some more.
We can levitate.
Yes, levitation is real. Please pay attention. We can float in all gases, air, water. It's all buoyancy, and we're full of gases. Gases rise. Buoyancy, the ability or tendency to float in water or air or some other fluid. We can float in all gases, all elements. It's buoyancy. See, look, this is density. A rock has density. When you're too dense, you cannot float. Even in water, where's gravity? Gravity doesn't exist for that. But look, this is buoyancy, the ability to float. It's still a balled up piece of paper, just like aluminum. It all has weight. It's just whether it's buoyant or not. Buoyancy, the ability to float in gases or liquids. We can float and levitate in all things. Buoyant, able or to stay afloat or rise to the top of a liquid or gas. Gas. This is why they levitate. Methane. All these natural elements burn and give off sulfur and methane. Gases.
We can levitate.
Yes, levitation is real. Please.
Could it be that levitation is possible? Evidence shows that we can levitate objects. Why not ourselves? Here you see an acoustic levitation experiment. Air is a fluid. Sound produces vibrations. When those vibrations are trapped between two concave surfaces, you get what's called standing waves. Scientists must use the correct frequency, which is many times ultrasonic waves, to cause levitation of an object. This knowledge is not new. Tibetan monks have known the secrets of levitation for some time. An Oxford scientist, Dr. Jarl, recounts seeing the phenomenon firsthand. They maneuvered a large block of stone onto a concave stone slab in the middle of a meadow, then positioned themselves in a 90-degree angle 63 meters away from this stone with large trumpets and drums. They started with just one drum, but as the sound intensified, to Dr. Jarl's surprise, the stone wobbled and lifted up off the ground. It floated about 500 meters long and 250 meters high into a cavity in the side of the cliff. Could we acoustically levitate a person? I guess we'll find out in the 5. Could it be that levitation is...
The explanation sounds good, I'm not gonna lie. But we would see people, you know, not catching the bus, they'll be gone, you know? So I'm not saying it's not possible with rocks, because obviously we got these frequencies and we can do tests and stuff, but I'm talking about a human being, you know, besides the chosen one, the Messiah, you know? It's just, it's tough, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm in the middle, man. I can't say for sure I'm going in with it like giants or you know, but I can't say for sure. I think I seen a video like this where they were water bending too, believe it or not. Let me see if I can find it. We're going back to the levitation, but I want to, since we're on this topic, I just want to see water bending. Real water bending. Check this out. Is he water bending?
Wow. Genial. Woohoo! Yeah.
This might be real. This might be a real one.
Wow.
Sound like he's saying nothing. Nothing.
Genial.
You could see the tide right here. It goes all the way out, then it comes back in.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Guys, you gotta let me know your thoughts below on this one. People in the comments are saying they're open. The number one comment people are saying is that they're open to this type of stuff. But he probably grew up here and he knows the tides. I ain't never seen a tide go all the way in like that and come all the way out. You know, if there's a tide that does that, come on the way out, I'd love to hear it or see it, you know, but it just looked like the tide went all the way in and then came back. Like, that wasn't like a normal wave splashing every, you know, 5-second type thing. Like, he really pushed it out. I don't know, man. Y'all tell me. An honorable mention while we're talking about water bending. Check this dolphin out, though. How cool is that? He's blowing water rings on some Aquaman telepathy type stuff. If you guys love dolphins, I got a whole 2-hour banger on dolphins, and I got another one on whales. So if you're new around here, you gotta go back and check those off. We went all the way through there on dolphin assisted births, all that. It gets deep. Bro hit that. He hit that. I don't care what anybody says, man. He hitting it. One more time for the non-believers. That is hilarious. Everybody laughing, man. What a fun time. Man, it must be fun being around people having fun like that. Got another one. The proper name for it is called Hydrokinesis, I see. They might know something. I never heard of that. Hydrokinesis? Let's see it, man. Let's see it.
Be patient. Everything in life will go exactly how it's supposed to go. At times you will feel like an outcast, that you don't fit in, but you will discover that being your own clique will be your strongest attribute. In life, you're going to face many challenges, many moments of adversity. There are going to be a lot of successes and some failures too. Those moments are going to create your character, build your integrity, and they will become your beauty marks. On your journey in life, you may hear a lot more no's than yes. Be patient. Everything in life will...
I'm sorry, but I didn't see a damn thing. She almost had me with the hydrokinesis. It sounded tight. Let me type it in. Hydrokinesis. Let me see if he bending. Let me see if this dude is bending. He looked like he got the posture. Let's see if he's actually bending. I think that one with the red staff is our closest one. But again, I don't know. Did he just hit the Dougie? Man, he's hitting the Dougie. Oh my God. He got us all. Oh my goodness. I caught it though. He hit the Dougie in the mid. He said, I can't stand these people. All right, let's type in hydrokinesis. Then we going right back to that levitation using frequencies. Hydrokinesis. This my last one, man. Y'all ain't waiting on no slight breeze on me, man. I better see some type of dragon pop up out of this pool or something. I ain't gonna lie. It was a slight Shockwave when he did that. Let me know if y'all saw it. Was I tripping? I saw it the first time, but I didn't see it the second time, man. Let me know what y'all thought. I want to believe that y'all can do this. You know, I believe the right frequency and y'all hitting on all cylinders, pineal gland, your pineal glands decalcified. I believe this might be possible. I want to believe, but it's tough. Was this one? Did the heat from the lemon flip, or did she actually flip that boy? I don't know.
Everything vibrates at a frequency, and if you know that frequency, you can control things. This is the moth, and this is diagramming all the frequencies of the elements and what their vibrational frequencies are and the numbers that measure those frequencies. And they're all the numbers we get from looking at these ancient traditions that recur over and over and over again.
And so through this technology, they're able to move stones or cut stones or all the above?
All the above.
We call these transducers, which is just a fancy word for speakers. These speakers, they only work at one frequency, and this frequency is 40 kilohertz, which we shouldn't be able to hear. Only bats, dogs, and other animals should be able to hear 40 kilohertz. But because the ultrasound is so powerful, if we put some particles, they should be kept in midair with the power of sound. And all these things that they are just being like kept there with air, actually it's not air, it's the ultrasound pushing them from all directions.
Scientists already knew that sound waves create oscillating pockets of pressurized air, which can produce a force on an object capable of counteracting the pull of gravity. But while ultrasound levitation devices do exist, they all rely on standing waves created when two sound waves of the same frequency are emitted from opposite directions and superimposed on one another. That means all previous devices required two sets of transducers.
Your dreams and thoughts are no longer safe. Watch this.
The image of a giraffe that the computer has never seen. It's only looking at the fMRI data, and this is what the computer thinks the human is seeing. Yeah. But of course it goes further. So in this one, they said, can they understand the inner monologue, the things you're saying to yourself in your own mind? Mind you, by the way, when you dream, like your visual cortex runs in reverse, so your dreams are no longer safe. But we'll try this. So they had people watch a video and just narrate what was going on in the video in their mind. So there's a woman, she gets hit in the back, she falls over. This is what the computer reconstructed the person thinking. See a girl, looks just like me, get hit in the back, and then she is knocked off. So our thoughts, are starting to be decoded. Yeah. Just think about what this means for authoritarian states, for instance.
Saturn is inhabited. Somebody is there.
But the surface is not solid. It's gas.
First of all, no, you don't know that. You've been told that. I got stuff on Saturn you don't have. Very impressive scientist from NASA. He began to explain to me stuff about Saturn that blew my mind. My first question was, why the rings? Some of them have said the rings are like a dish, like a television dish for deep space communication. So when Saturn moves around, the rings are around it. It's like a dish. And there's the planet in between, so it looks like an eye.
Is that why they have the all-seeing eye?
That's what some of the best physicists and scientists and mythologists who work together have been saying for a long time. Saturn is very important in religion. The Jewish god today in Judaism is the planet Saturn. The Jews don't realize it, but Saturn is the god of Judaism today.
Please explain that.
In the ancient Phoenician language, the planet Saturn was referred to as Shabbat. So if you're going to worship Saturn and he's Shabbat, then you do it on the day day you call Sabbath. Sabbath is Shabbat. So the Jews worship Shabbat on the Sabbath. And that's why they go to the synagogue and have their holy day on Saturn's day or Saturday. Saturn is inhabited. Somebody's there.
That's interesting, but I don't think it really has that much validity because we all know ain't nobody getting past that Van Allen belt, aka firmament.
Just put the ice cream down. I only get to make this like once a month, and then you got to peel the paper off. Yeah. This is the life hack McDonald's does not want you to know about. You just start crushing. Oh my God.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Creamy ice cream.
That's a lot of ice cream too.
All right, we got some caramel. Drizzle on that caramel. What goes well with caramel? Fudge, baby. Apple pie. Just put it in there. Limited time McDonald's pumpkin pie.
Yes.
Cookies. Chocolate chip. Woo! The M&Ms.
Yes. What else we got? Butterfingers.
Some Butterfingers. We got those red, white, and blue McDonald's popcorns.
We're missing something. Yes.
You know we can't forget the sprinkles.
Rainbow sprinkles.
All right. Try a bite.
Here we go.
Dude, that was so good.
Oh, hold on. We're not done.
McDonald's French fries.
I'll hold them for you.
You just get in there. Yo, put them in. Fries. We mix.
That is disgusting. That ain't no damn hack. That is just gluttony and disgusting. I wonder how many nanobytes are inside there that they're consuming. It's just, ugh. It might have been all right if they stopped with the fudge, you know, and the caramel, but man, they went too damn far. Guys, that's all I got for today's video. Today's code word is enjoyment. Type enjoyment if you made it this far. That lets me know that you made it all the way through this video, man. And also drop some words of encouragement. I appreciate all you guys that watched it all the way through. You guys are the real ones, man. Y'all are real for watching these all the way through. Like, I really appreciate every single one of you guys, man. You help me bang these boys every single day, you know? We went kind of deep on this one, man. It was a little bit random, but we kind of went deep on this one, man. We got some, I'm gonna go live here. I don't want to say a date, man, but it's coming, man. I got a lot going on, chopping these videos up, and I definitely got a live coming soon. You guys can count on a live coming soon, and I just want to say thank you. I'll give you guys a heads up when I do go live, so I can make sure everyone's there. We can chop it up, dive into all types of stuff, talk about whatever you guys want. And I just want to say thank you, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. I love you, and all praises to the Most High. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. It's your boy Jet Ski Chuck signing out.